Have you ever felt that life is holding you back, that your financial blessings are just out of reach? What if I told you that today could be the day everything changes for you, that the universe has something incredible in store for you right now? You're not here by accident. Your financial healing has arrived, and you are about to enter a new chapter, a season of transformation and abundance. You might not see it yet, but change is already unfolding around you. It's like the wind you can't see, but you feel it blowing through the trees. Right now, the universe is aligning something special just for you. The financial blessings you've been waiting for, that breakthrough you've been hoping for, it's no longer a distant dream. It's right in front of you. It might not feel like it yet, but the signs are already there. They could be small, almost imperceptible shifts at first. Maybe a new opportunity appears unexpectedly, or you feel an unusual sense of peace amid uncertainty. These early signs are the universe's way of preparing you for something incredible. Soon you'll look back and realize that what once felt out of reach is now unfolding right before your eyes. In Buddhist teachings, we are reminded that every change begins with a moment of stillness, a moment of awareness. There's a famous story of the Buddha, Siddhartha Gautama, who sat beneath the Bodhi tree for days, seeking enlightenment. It was in that moment of deep silence and surrender that the transformation he had sought for years finally arrived. The universe, in its infinite wisdom, aligned everything he needed at that precise moment. But before that, he had to let go of fear, doubt, and all the distractions of the mind. This is the essence of true transformation. It's not something you force, nor is it something that happens overnight. It unfolds in its own time. However, for this shift to fully manifest in your life, there is one essential truth you must understand. You must embrace it. Transformation requires trust. Trust in yourself and trust in the process. Trust that the universe is not against you, but is, in fact, guiding you toward your highest potential. But here's where many people stumble. We hold on to old habits, limiting beliefs and fears because they feel familiar, even though they no longer serve us. We get comfortable in our discomfort, choosing to stay stuck rather than moving into the unknown. And this fear of change is something we all experience to some extent. There's an old Zen saying that goes, "The obstacle is the path." This wisdom teaches us that the challenges we face aren't interruptions to our growth. They are the very catalysts that propel us forward. They are the teachers, the signs, the moments of growth we need to face. The path toward transformation is often full of obstacles, but if we learn to embrace them rather than fear them, we find that they are the stepping stones to our greatest blessings. Think of the story of the lotus flower, a beautiful metaphor in Buddhist philosophy. The lotus begins its life in the mud, submerged in dark waters, but it does not remain there. As the lotus grows, it pushes through the murky waters, rising to the surface where it opens and flourishes in the sunlight. This process isn't easy. It requires the lotus to leave behind the dark, muddy water and embrace the unknown depths above. But in doing so, it transforms into something beautiful. And so must you. If you want to experience true transformation, you must first let go of the comfort of the past, the fears, the doubts, the old habits that no longer serve you. You must step into the unknown, even if you don't have all the answers. It's easy to stay in our comfort zones, to hold on to what is familiar, but often the greatest shifts happen when we take that first step into the unknown. Think about the story of the Buddha's first step on his journey to enlightenment. Before he ever became the enlightened one, Siddhartha had to make the choice to leave behind everything he knew. He had to step away from his luxurious life as a prince, his family, his security, and face the reality of the world as it truly was. This single step was the beginning of his transformation. In your life, today might be that first step. The step away from fear, from doubt, from the limitations of the past. The universe is ready to align everything for you, but it requires you to trust. Trust that you are ready for what's coming. Trust that you are more than capable of handling the transformation that is unfolding before you. And just like the lotus, you too will rise above your current circumstances. You will open to the light of abundance and prosperity that the universe has waiting for you. But first, you must take that leap. Trust in the process and allow yourself to let go of what no longer serves you. This is the moment to step forward with courage. This is the moment when everything you've hoped for begins to unfold. And it's just the beginning. The universe is aligning everything for you. It's up to you to embrace it. Are you ready? Now let's pause and think about what's been weighing you down. What is it in your life that feels heavy, that stops you from moving forward? Is it the fear of the unknown? That nagging voice in your head that tells you things will never change? Or maybe it's the burden of unforgiveness, that old pain you carry from someone who hurt you. Perhaps deep down, you've carried the worry that nothing will ever get better, that this is just how life is. We've all been there. The weight of these emotions can be like an anchor, holding us in place and stopping us from reaching the future we truly deserve. But here's the truth. Today is the day to let go of it. Right now, you have the power to free yourself from these burdens, and that decision is what will change your life forever. But what does it really mean to let go? Letting go doesn't mean forgetting or pretending that the past never happened. It doesn't mean that we erase the hurt, the pain, or the struggles we've faced. Letting go is not about denying our experiences, but about releasing the hold they have on us. It's about freedom, not the freedom to forget, but the freedom to stop letting the past control your present and future. Think about this. When we hold on to resentment, when we hold on to fear and doubt, we are only hurting ourselves. The other person, the situation, the fear, it's no longer controlling us, but we keep carrying it around, thinking that by holding on, we are somehow protecting ourselves. The truth is, we are trapping ourselves in that past pain, allowing it to shape the life we live today. This brings to mind a powerful Buddhist teaching. The Buddha once said, "Holding on to anger is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die." This simple but profound statement teaches us that when we hold on to negative emotions, whether it's anger, resentment, or fear, we are the ones who suffer the most. The person we're angry with might have long since moved on, but we remain trapped in the past, tied to the very emotions that are keeping us from healing. The act of letting go is like opening a door. You release the chains of the past and give yourself the space to breathe, to grow, and to move forward into a new season of life. It's not easy. In fact, it can feel terrifying. We've been taught that we need to control everything, that we need to have certainty in every situation. But the universe doesn't work like that. It doesn't ask for control. It asks for trust. It asks for surrender. There's a beautiful story in Buddhist teachings that illustrates the power of letting go. It's about a monk who was walking with his master through a small village. The monk noticed a woman who was struggling to cross a stream. Without thinking, the monk's master walked over, picked up the woman, and carried her across to the other side. The monk was shocked and confused. In their teachings, monks were supposed to avoid touching women, yet here was his master carrying her without hesitation. After crossing the stream, the monk asked his master, "Why did you carry her?" "You know we are not supposed to do that," the master replied. "I carried her across the stream. You, my young friend, are still carrying her." This story is a profound lesson in letting go. The monk had held on to something from the past, a rule, a belief, a judgment, while his master had already moved on. The moment we let go of our attachments, whether they are to our fears, resentments, or rigid ideas of how things should be, is the moment we set ourselves free. And it's in that freedom that we find peace and transformation. In life, we hold on to so many things. Some things are necessary, like love and kindness, but other things, like grudges, fears, or regrets, only weigh us down. And the truth is, we cannot fully step into our future until we let go of the things that no longer serve us. The universe is ready to help you create the life you've dreamed of, but first you need to trust the process and allow yourself to release the past. When you decide to let go, something incredible happens. The burden that has been weighing you down, whether it's unforgiveness, fear, or doubt, is lifted. And in that space, new opportunities can emerge. New growth can begin. The past no longer defines your future. The universe can now bring forth the blessings and changes you've been waiting for. I want you to imagine what it would feel like to let go. Picture yourself releasing that burden you've been carrying, whether it's resentment towards someone, or fear about the future. Picture yourself putting it down, taking a deep breath, and stepping into a future that is wide open to you. The road ahead is not closed, it's full of possibilities. You can walk forward with the confidence that you have everything you need inside of you. Today is the day to let go. Let go of the fear. Let go of the anger. Let go of the doubts. Trust that the universe has a plan for you, one that is more wonderful than you can imagine. But you must first release what no longer serves you. You are not defined by the past. You are defined by the choices you make today. So take that step. Let go, trust, and allow the universe to guide you toward the transformation that's waiting for you. So how do we trust when everything feels uncertain? How do we move forward when the path ahead isn't clear? When every step we take feels like stepping into the unknown? This is where many people get stuck. They find themselves paralyzed by doubt, waiting for a guarantee, waiting for the perfect moment to act. But here's the truth. The universe doesn't always reveal every step ahead. It doesn't promise to show us the entire map before we start our journey. Think about this for a moment. If we always waited for everything to be perfect before taking action, we would never move forward. If we waited for all the lights to turn green, we would never leave our driveway. The universe isn't asking for perfection or certainty before you take the next step. What it's asking for is trust. Trust isn't about having everything figured out. It's about taking that first step, even when you can't see the entire staircase. It's about moving forward even when the future seems unclear. It's about knowing that each step you take is leading you closer to the life you've always dreamed of, even when you don't have all the answers yet. In Buddhist teachings, there's a concept called right action, the idea that our actions, even when imperfect, are part of a larger process. The Buddha once said, "Thousands of candles can be lit from a single candle, and the life of the candle will not be shortened." This teaching speaks to the power of trust. We don't need to know everything in advance. We just need to start, to trust that each step forward will lead to more light, more clarity, and ultimately, a greater understanding of our journey. I want to share a story with you, one that many of you might already be familiar with. It's the story of the great Indian king, Ashoka. Ashoka, in his youth, was known for his brutal conquests and the pain he inflicted on others. He was far from the compassionate leader we remember today. But after a particularly violent battle that left him feeling lost and broken, he encountered a Buddhist monk who spoke to him of peace and compassion. At first, Ashoka was skeptical. He didn't understand how such a philosophy could lead to real power. But over time, he began to trust the process. He started embracing the teachings of Buddhism, even when it didn't seem to make sense in his world of war and power. And in time, his transformation was nothing short of remarkable. He became a beacon of peace, promoting nonviolence, compassion, and the well-being of his people. His journey was not immediate, nor was it easy. But he trusted the teachings, even when the path ahead was unclear. And through that trust, he became one of the most beloved leaders in history. This story highlights an essential lesson. Sometimes the universe leads us in ways we don't understand. We don't always know where the path will take us, and we may not see the end goal immediately. But if we trust the process, if we trust that each step is part of the bigger picture, then we will eventually reach the transformation we seek. In our own lives, we often feel like Ashoka before his transformation, unsure, doubtful, and uncertain of what's ahead. We face challenges, we feel lost in our struggles, and we wonder if things will ever get better. But the universe has a plan. It's never too late, and it's never too early. Everything is unfolding exactly as it should. There's another Buddhist saying that goes, "When the student is ready, the teacher will appear." This is not just about external teachers. It's about the wisdom within us. The universe has already placed everything you need in your path. Sometimes the lessons come from unexpected places, like a chance encounter or a sudden shift in perspective. And the only way to receive these lessons is to trust that the process is unfolding exactly as it should. This is where we often stumble. We try to control everything. We want to plan every detail of our lives. And when things don't go according to plan, doubt creeps in. But the universe isn't concerned with your plan. It's concerned with your growth. It's concerned with your transformation. And sometimes growth happens in the most unexpected ways. I want to ask you something. Do you trust that your breakthrough is coming? Do you believe that the universe has been working on your behalf, even when you can't see it? The truth is, your breakthrough is already on its way. It may not arrive in the way you expect, and it may not happen immediately, but it is coming. All it asks of you is to trust in the process, to take that first step even when the future seems unclear. Remember, the universe works in ways we don't always understand, but it's never late. It's never forgotten the work you've done. Every step you've taken, every struggle you've faced, every lesson you've learned has been preparing you for this moment. And the moment you step into that trust, when you stop questioning and start believing, is the moment everything begins to shift. So here's the challenge. Let go of the need for guarantees. Let go of the need to see the entire path before you begin. Trust that the universe is guiding you step by step and that your breakthrough is already on its way. Will you trust that? Will you trust that the universe has your back even when things feel uncertain? Because once you do, you will find that the journey becomes much clearer and the path, though unclear at first, will reveal itself with every step. The key to transformation is action. I know it's easy to think that the perfect moment will arrive, that one day the stars will align and you'll have all the answers you need. But the truth is, many people wait for that perfect sign, for the certainty that everything will be just right before they take the first step. But here's what I want you to understand. The universe doesn't always work that way. It doesn't always give us the full picture. Sometimes the signs are subtle, and it's up to you to take action, even when you don't have all the answers. Think about the greatest achievers, those who've done the impossible. Did they wait for all the pieces to be in place before they acted? Of course not. They took a leap of faith, moving when the moment called for it, even when it didn't make sense at the time. Take the example of Steve Jobs, for instance. In the early days of Apple, there was no certainty that personal computers would take off the way they did. He didn't have a guarantee that his ideas would succeed, but he believed in the vision. He acted even when others doubted him, and now the world is a completely different place because of it. The same goes for countless other leaders, innovators, and change-makers. Whether it's Thomas Edison inventing the light bulb after thousands of failed attempts, or the Wright brothers defying the odds and inventing flight. None of these people waited for the perfect moment. They acted with the belief that the process would unfold in its own time. They trusted the universe, and by taking that first step, they set in motion the series of events that led to incredible success. I want you to reflect on your own life right now. What's holding you back? What area of your life have you been hesitant to take action in? Maybe it's your finances, where you're waiting for the perfect time to invest or make a change. Maybe it's a relationship, where you've been afraid to take the first step to heal a connection. Or maybe it's your personal growth, wanting to start a new project, make a career shift, or learn something new, but feeling uncertain. Whatever it is, I want you to know, today is the day to make that decision. In Buddhism, there's a teaching called right effort. This principle encourages us to take consistent, purposeful action toward our goals, even when the road ahead isn't entirely clear. The Buddha taught that without action, wisdom is of little use. Action is what turns our intentions into reality. So if you've been sitting on the sidelines of your own life, waiting for the perfect moment, I challenge you to step into that space today. Trust that the universe is guiding you and take that first step forward. The moment you do, the doors will begin to open and things will start to fall into place. Now let's talk about something that will truly shift your perspective on success and greatness. Many people equate greatness with wealth, power, and recognition. But in reality, true greatness has little to do with any of those things. True greatness lies in service. Service to others. Service to the greater good. The universe operates on the principle of giving. The more we give, the more we receive. This is not just a feel-good notion. It's a law of nature, a law of the universe. When you live with a heart full of service, when you focus on making a positive impact in the lives of others, that's when the real abundance flows into your life. The energy you put out into the world is returned to you. multiplied. I think about the story of Mahatma Gandhi, who spent his life serving others, fighting for justice and equality. He didn't seek fame or power. In fact, he lived a simple life, focused on helping others. His greatness wasn't measured in accolades, but in the love and respect he earned through his service. His influence changed the course of history, and it wasn't because he sought recognition. It was because he chose to serve with humility and compassion. This is a key lesson we all need to remember. Greatness is not about accumulating wealth or status. True greatness is about the ability to serve others selflessly, to make a difference in someone's life, to lift others up. Now I want to make an invitation to you. It's simple but powerful. Share this message with someone who needs to hear it. Help someone else find the healing, the abundance, and the guidance that is waiting for them, just like it's waiting for you. When you give to others, when you serve others, you're opening yourself up to receive the same energy in return. In Buddhism, there is a saying, if you want to be happy, practice compassion. This teaching reminds us that true happiness comes not from the things we acquire, but from the joy of giving, of serving others. When we focus on helping others grow, we too experience growth. When we sow kindness, we reap kindness. When we give love, we receive love in abundance. So ask yourself today, how can I serve others? How can I make a difference in someone else's life? Whether it's through a simple act of kindness, a listening ear, or a thoughtful gesture, know that your actions of service are the path to your own true greatness. I encourage you to take this step today. Share your wisdom, your love, your light with others. Because when you give, the universe responds with abundance. Your life will open up in ways you never imagined, and you'll experience a richness that no amount of money or recognition can ever bring. The universe has aligned everything for you. This moment, this very moment, is your opportunity to trust the process and embrace change. The path ahead is not always clear, but that's the beauty of the journey. It's filled with new possibilities, new growth, and new beginnings. You may not see everything right now, but you don't need to. Trust that the universe is guiding you and take that first step. Like the lotus emerging from the mud, your transformation begins when you let go of what's no longer serving you. Now ask yourself, are you ready to step forward with courage and embrace the life that is unfolding for you? The universe is waiting for you to take that leap. Let go of the past, trust the process, and allow yourself to rise into the future that's already prepared for you. Are you ready? The transformation you've been waiting for is here. Will you embrace it?